G'day guys, Ray here. Just thought I'd clear up a few things, and it's far easier to say it to my phone than it is to try and type a whole lot of things in, mainly because this would be more than what you'd really want to be reading anyway, and make a whole lot more sense if I just talked. As pretty much most of you know, I am a Christian, and that certainly shouldn't come as much a surprise to many people. It's been a defining part of my life. But as soon as I say Christianity, instantly I know that there's some assumptions that people make, and I really don't blame them, people, for making those assumptions, because there's been some silly things around which really have backed up what those assumptions do. As soon as I say that I'm a Christian, instantly people think you must hate gay people, transgender or the likes. I think most people would know that I've got some really good friends that are gay, transgender and other situations. They are my friends. They are not defined by their sexual orientation or their gender or the likes. I've got male friends, I've got female friends. They're just simply my mates. And also others associate Christianity with the stupid, foolish acts that churches have done, particularly in the last few hundred years in the Western world, basically basing Christianity on what was done in the Middle or Dark Ages, and it was combined with politics and power and corruption. That is not what Christianity is about. And others, as soon as I say anything about Christianity, they're instantly thinking I will be judging them, and judging for all things that aren't of God. And once again, not true. I've got a bunch of friends who you would say are far from God. I've got several that have either spent time in correctional facilities or in fact still are, and I visit. I have several friends that have been involved in prostitution, some that still are, unfortunately, and they have a pretty hard life. Believe it or not, I've got friends that have committed murder, and most of the actions of the people that have been in jail or still are, you could say alcohol and drugs were a contributing factor, and these actions they're not what defined them. What defines them to me is that my friends, I've either known them before or while they're in prison or after, and I get on with them and they're my mates. Jesus was also charged with being a friend of drunkards, prostitutes, tax collectors, the Inland Revenue, whatever. Just people that were not socially acceptable, or others who were despised. To be a Christian's not about acting sane or believing that I'm something special. What it means to be a Christian is simply to acknowledge the fact that without his help I'll be spending the rest of my life, and in fact eternity, separated from him and all things good. I won't go on, but what I will say, I'll tell you more later. 2 points a good friend of mine points out quite regularly. Number 1, God is real. Number 2, He loves you so much. It doesn't matter what situation you've been in, what you are in, He loves you and He wants to spend eternity with you. So, I'm not going to go on, but if I'd tried to type that into a blog, it would have taken more than you'd want to be bothering reading. Hopefully that's made some sense and clarified a few things about Christianity and God, and if not, it's been 5 minutes, you can laugh at me perhaps. Anyway, catch us later on. Thanks.